Hey guys, and welcome to Little Blackbird 91. We are back, baby. They couldn't hold me down for too long. We are back here with another super panel talking about Married at First Sight. We'll have a few people on a little bit later on, but we're going to be talking to you guys. We're going to talk to you guys about the latest episode 4 of Married at First Sight. Let me just say this straight. Let me tell you this straight. Let me tell you this straight. Let me tell you this straight. Um, listen. Let's be real. Let's be real. Okay. Um, Let's be real. Okay. I told y'all from the first episode. Why am I saying y'all? I told you guys from the first episode. Alexis, she's a runner, she's a track star. She gonna run away when it gets hard. Listen, she gonna run away. Okay. Now we saw that in the previews, but just saying, let's just stick to this episode. It was nice to see them. It was nice to see them in a better light. It was nice to see them, getting along. My only one critique or two maybe was more of a case of more of a case of the fact that the sister, I think it was the sister that said it. The mum had raised her to be very strong and say what she needs to say. Why did she not teach her also how to choose the right time when to be strong and when to say certain things? Because baby, why do we keep telling people he's celibate? Why are we screaming that from that? And I think because she said that, he had to try and prove to everybody that, you know what, I'm on crud. Because my man came out next after that, he's saying, I wake up in the morning and my thing was like this. I said, bro, you might be overcompensating. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, that is another thing. Now, what did I tell you first episode? I said this, okay? I told y'all this. I said, oh boy, with the girl, it's gonna be a problem. I said it sounds like he's broke. I told you guys. We did a whole review on it. I think episode 2, we said about it. There's something not quite right. Something's not quite right. Hmm? Someone said something's not quite right with him. You know what I mean? I said that the finances might be a little bit of a situation. You know what I mean? I said this with Stasia, Stasia, is it Stasia? And what's his name? What's his name again? What's the guy's name again? Please, what's the guy's name again? I forgot his name. What's his name again? No? Uh listen. Why do they do that to him? They are bad for this. They knew exactly what they were doing, showing him bare chested like that. Don't worry, I got the timestamp. We gonna show his chest. Don't worry about it. But yeah, no. The Nate, thank you, Nate. Um, Listen, Nate. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. We knew that there was some brokeicity that was going on. We knew there was some brokeicity. Yeah, he's a day trader. That's all he is. He's a day trader. That's all he is. We knew this already. Okay, we knew this already when we were looking at his website and looking at his YouTube page. Sean was even saying it most. Um, someone said, "Lord, that ain't right." Tell him a new one. Hey, why did they do that to him? They had him looking like, I'm not even gonna say what they had him looking like, but yeah. So we knew that obviously Nate was probably gonna end up being broke. So you lot are rude. So that was interesting as well. Okay, then we obviously had Mitch and Kristen as well. Mitch and Kristen, I don't know. Mitch for me is going to hurt Kristen. I feel like Mitch is Mitch's honesty and truth. Yeah, if it's honesty and truth without any love in it, it's not really truth, really, is it? Then it's really just hurtful words. Do you know what I mean? If there's just truth, but there's no real no love in it, it's just hurtful words. And I think there's a little bit of that going on with Mitch, just a little bit. Do you know what I mean? So someone said Mitch is broke too. I did not know. Is he broke as well? Wow. Okay. Okay, he's broke too. Yeah, it's peak. Whoo, okay, he's broke too. All right, cool. Then we also had Miguel and our sister Lindy. Let me just say this, okay? Let me just say this. Miguel, hmm. Lindy, hmm. First and foremost, Lindy's overthinking is a problem. All right, Lindy's overthinking is a problem, babe. You know, after 30 minutes, I mean, not even after 30 minutes, in her mind, it's over whizzing. It's over wheezing. Her mouth is doing was usual, was usual. Every time her mind is doing was usual, was usual. It's too much. The was usual in too much. I need her to chill. It's too much. You know what I mean? The was usual. 35 minutes, you're still here trying to figure out how to wipe your face down. What's going on? 35 minutes, you're still wondering how to actually wipe your face down. It's too much. Relax. Kate Robinson and over talking too. She be over talking there too. Yeah, yeah. She gonna stress him out. Yeah, you're right, Emil. She gonna stress him out. She gonna stress him out. I think so. It may be disorder, and it may be because of all the control that she had in her childhood that has caused that. Do you know what I mean? That there's an over processing in her mind. May have to look into that, man. You know what I mean? Someone said, 35 minutes to find her PJs. It was just too much. Yeah, and yeah, it was way too much. And then also as well, someone said Morgan is hot to me, bro. Morgan is hot. I ain't gonna lie to you. No, Morgan's hot. No, we ain't against her. Then Miguel's sister, darling. What is it? Um, what is it? What is it that you um? What is what? Why is it that you know Oh. 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 But what is Miguel's sister? Why is Miguel's sister talking about star signs and saying for me, star signs, and you know what, it might not work for me. But who told you it's you? You are not involved. Why is your mouth opening to talk about star sign is not gonna work? Who told you? Who told you? You know what I mean? Oh, he's cancer. So you know what? Cancers are, they're hopeless romantic. No, I'm not a hopeless romantic. I tell you this now. I'm not hopeless. I'll tell you this now. I'm not a hopeless romantic. That's what I'm telling you this now. Okay? I'm not I am not a hopeless romantic. Don't let him lie to you, man. Don't let him lie to you, man. Don't let him lie to you. Don't let him lie to you. Listen, that's not dust, that's an investment. You get me? Yeah, it's only an investment if she ain't trying to pay it off. If it's only dust if she ain't trying to pay off. Sounds like she ain't trying to pay it off. Sounds like she's trying to enjoy her life. She needs to get down paying those student loans. We got a Miguel and what's his name? What's the guy from previous season? That was with Rachel and what's the guy's name? Jose. It's giving me Jose vibes. But the sister getting involved was mad, so I don't know what's going on there. Someone said cancers are long suffering though. uh, you know what I mean? I know. I was like, I'd never heard of hopeless romantic. I said she ain't even got her star signs correct. I didn't know that cancers were hopeless romantics. I never heard of that one. So I know we wear our heart on our sleeve. Yeah, long suffering. I've heard that, but what I said, wait, what? Hopeless romantics? I said, babe, don't make excuses for your boy not having boundaries. That's what you're trying to tell me. Your brother doesn't have boundaries. That's the honest truth. He doesn't have good boundaries. Let's not be lying to ourselves. Okay? Someone said that the vetting is flat out basura. You know what I mean? And then obviously, here's my thing. I'm gonna tell you, Miguel's a problem. Miguel's a problem. Can I say that? Yeah, Miguel did say that. He said he's not a sugar daddy. Miguel's a problem. I'm gonna tell you why Miguel's a problem, right? The brother asked him a simple question. He said to him, "What did you contribute towards some of the past relations you have?" Miguel said, "Uh, you know what? I don't know, because because I got cheated on. So I mean, I quit the relationships. So what did you contribute towards the downfall of your relationships?" He couldn't answer. He's a problem. He has no self-awareness and he doesn't take accountability for any of his actions. He's a problem. He's a problem. Yep, he's a problem. I don't think he's attracted to Lindy's in her mind. It's too much. When the cogs are turning, when the cogs are turning, yeah, it's not working for him. It's not working for him. And do you know what? Can I be honest with you? I couldn't deal with Lindy. If me personally, I couldn't deal with Lindy. It couldn't be me. Okay, because Lindy's when the in her mind is too much for me. When the is doing that to your brain, it's making a lot of noise and you're discombobulated. I can't do it, man. Do you know what I mean? Um, so it wouldn't be for me. Okay. All right, cool. So and then we also had who was the other couple? I'm trying to think of now. Benny and Morgan. We didn't get to see much of them, so I don't really know. I didn't really have much I didn't have much in terms of obviously um information. I maybe I kind of missed a lot of their stuff, but yeah, I don't know. Was there any problems with Morgan and was there any problems with Morgan and Benny? I don't know. Was there? Did you feel like there was problems with Morgan and Benny, guys? Do we feel there was? Um, with Morgan and Benny, I don't know. with Morgan and Benny, I don't know. I didn't really get apart from the fact she said about fighting him and he was a little bit shook of, and the fact that obviously they actually said on the wedding day that he's a mama's boy. I said it's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good, bruv. That's what I'm gonna say. It's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good. You get me? So, um, yeah. For me, interesting stuff. Okay, let's just quickly let me see if I can find a clip and yeah, it was interesting to see the least of these couples, man. You know. Oh, someone said she is that what she said? Oh, mate. Did she say that? Did she say that? Wait, hold my hand. Oh, she didn't say that. Oh, damn. Morgan. Oh, Morgan said I can flip you, I can bend you, I can twist you, I can twist you, and I can punch you. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Sister's out of line with her brother's wife. She acts like she's a woman. Neither man. Okay, that's thingy. Yeah, Morgan's giving me slight finish him vibes. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. That's true. Morgan is something else, and Binh is on the wrong network. Try TLC, for example. Oh man. So they're saying that she gonna violate that man. Woo, it's gonna be tight, baby. It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be tight. Be tight. I hear that still though. I do hear that. I can see how it'll be a problem um as well because you know what? Honestly, we know that Morgan is gonna be a much more stronger character. Someone said Tekken vibes, but I'll be honest with you. We know that listen, if he doesn't find a way to advocate for himself, he gonna get run over. But he's a mama's boy, and that's also another annoying thing as well. Like she's gonna whip him into shape, you know. She better whip him into shape. So it's gonna be interesting. Someone said obviously she's trying to create power through her martial arts because she feels broken and powerless. Wow. Okay, that's a point. That's a point. You know what? I hear you. I hear you on that. I hear you on that. Morgan must have gotten out of an abusive relationship and is now in a part 10 defense recovery training. Listen, I'll be honest with you. We said this in the, episode 1 when we were breaking down all the couples and stuff, and we were saying that Morgan's I need to control my environment now because I think she spoke about how her father everything was falling apart, and I think martial arts has helped her kind of keep everything together. But I fear that if you haven't really recovered and you haven't taken time, what can happen, you know, is that you can end up overcompensating. And maybe that's what's going to happen in a relationship. We'll see. Bin is, like I said, he's a mama's boy. And I'm not going to lie to you, bruh, I need you to come correct. How we do mama's boy when we're going to get married, bro? That your mother is your confidant. Like, I need to relax. Come on. Someone said Ben ain't ready for the strength, but Morgan ain't ready for his frugalness. Listen, yeah, she not. And this is where the warfare is going to happen because I can guarantee you that's the area that you can't beat him on. That's the area where his boundaries are. He gonna show you go Power Rangers. Do, 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 do. He gonna show you Power Rangers. He gonna show you that he can't play. Because he literally on the frugalness, that's his area. That's his expertise. That's what's gonna give I think an issue between himself and Morgan. I think that's where it was himself and Morgan. I think that's where the beef was gonna happen, right? Because she's gonna be very strong about everything else. But let me tell you this now: when it comes to Benny and his money, he don't play. He don't play. He don't play. You get me? So yeah, I'm interested to see how that's gonna play out, man. I'm interested to see how it's gonna play out. But let guys, if you want to join the conversation, let me know. We can add you into the conversation as well. If you want to get your say on as well, before I get the panelists on as well and get them having their say. Let me read some more of your comments and then we'll talk some more about some of the things that we saw on the rest of the show. Morgan didn't give Benny a chance to talk when he was explaining. Yeah, this is. I noticed that. I thought I put it down on my notes and said, I wonder if she cut him off on purpose or whether that's just an edit. But when he was explaining, saying, "Oh, I like to work out," as soon as he said, "I wanted to work out," she said, "I like to work out too." And guess what? I'm into this. I'm into that. I'm into this. I said, "Hey, darling, can you relax a little bit? Can you chill a little bit? Can you breathe a little bit? Let my man just do. Can you relax? Can you relax? Why won't you relax? Why are you so hell bent? Relax, darling, relax. Relax. You're doing too much. You get me? Morgan is giving me Jennifer Lopez lives from enough. Freaking hell. Someone said we smell what the rock is cooking. Rachel from last year, Morgan story sound very similar. Very, very true. Very, very similar. I think the whole I've just been hurt. I've learnt my strength. I now know my power. I got a family in Japan, Japanese bloodline. You know what I mean? Well, true, 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 true. I got Japanese bloodline and that kind of thing. I said, okay, baby, got the Japanese bloodline. We hear you. We ain't budging that. But baby, it sounds like again, it could sound like you're overcompensating again once more. But we did say that Morgan's gonna have very hard lines and how she's gonna deal with things. So we're going to be interested how it goes. I understand that she was hurt in the past, and so she started taking martial arts, but she needs to find a balance. Absolutely. Can't be doing out here whoosh, whoosh, whoosh to your man. You understand? My girl's actually saying, jokingly, but she means it, I'm ready to fight you. You know? My girl's even trying to play it off like, I would love to have a play fight. She's like, no, I want to have a fight with you. And she was like, she was intense. I can't wait. We're going to be going to the gym 4 or 5 times a week. I just want to be working out. I said, darling, and even how far they were standing apart, I think old boy was scared. Okay. The distance they were standing far apart from, I said, oh, there is a distance between us, you know? You know what I mean? Oh man. It was so interesting. It was so interesting because I was watching them and their body language, and there was a gap between the two of them, and I was like, "Wait, what's going on? What's going on here?" Someone said he's not letting a credit card out of his sight. Lord of mercy. Someone said his mom is a boundary. Nah, freaking out, Sean. She gonna full. She gonna go out him in a full Nelson. Have him up like this. You gonna spend some money this week. You gonna spend some money, Benny. You gonna spend some money. You gonna spend some money, Benny. Oh wow. Okay. Let's see. Someone said good good observation. Mama's boys are already married. Ladies don't go for them. Absolutely, as well. That's a very good point. Mama's boys are already married, and if you try to marry him, guess what's going to happen? You're going to have a warfare in your marriage because you. And then Morgan was like, "Oh no, it's okay." I was like, "Morgan, you don't. I don't know. This is not a fight you can win with your hands, or this is not a fight you can win with your kick. It's not a fight you can win by pinning somebody down for 3 seconds. This ain't jiu-jitsu. This is marriage. This is relationship, and in this area, you don't fight them. You understand? If you go fight them, you go lose them. You understand? You can't treat it like it's a normal fight. Move, man. Can't treat it like it's a normal fight. Do you get what I'm saying? Morgan likes dominatrix. Maybe give off nurse ratchet tease. Okay. Binh said he paying for the next honeymoon. Oh, okay. I hear that. Morgan is marrying his mama too. I wonder if she knows. I don't know. Someone said all the girls are attractive this season. Okay. Hold on 2 seconds. My camera is trying to play up. 2 seconds. Yeah, yeah. Binh got muscle, yeah? Is that what we're saying? Crystal, is that what you're saying right now? You're saying Binh's got muscles. Is that what we're saying? Binh's got muscles, yeah? Okay. Make sure it's not too wide. Binh has got muscles. Okay. All right. Why is the camera now suddenly not focusing? Ah. All right. Binh's got muscles, yeah. Binh came on the show for a free wedding and a free honeymoon. Frugal by all means. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Caribbean girl. Smash the like button, guys. 231 of you guys. Smash the like button on there. Smash the like button if you love what we're doing in here. Do you know what I mean? If you love what we're doing here, click on that like button. Let us know you're enjoying the content. Click on that like button, guys. Raise it up, raise it up, raise it up, raise it up, raise it up. Um, when Binh told his mum, if you see something you don't like about her, let me know and we can work it out. What an agree. I really must have missed. I missed a lot of their part then, because what the heck is that? What was being said when Binh told his mum, if he sees anything, if he sees something you don't like about her, let me know and we can work it out. What in? Hey, is that what was being said? Ah, it's not easy. It's not easy. Morgan wants an aggressive man. Binh isn't him. Okay. Binh also said his mum has to give approval. Mm, the season preview was looking very tasty. I can't lie to you. The season preview was looking very, very mad. Very, very mad. Yeah, it was looking very, very tasty. I can't even lie to you. It was it was a lot. The season preview was a lot. I can't play with you. It looked like everybody's having problems. It looks like everybody's mad. You understand? Everybody's mad. All right, cool. She's gonna knock his tooth like the friend did. I hope he can duck. She's basically like, try me if you want to. I'll fight you. Rihanna said it feels more like a distance between us. Lord of mercy. There's always the one. Let me see if I can even find that clip. Da, 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 da. Now you just put on the show. Really up me going. Oh, it's gone too long. So I'm singing Rihanna, you got me singing. All right, let me see if I can find. I'm gonna find a clip for you guys because I wanted to find that clip. Because I said that and I said, what the why is man's chest? Why has he got his chest like that? You know what I mean? Like, I was so confused. Let's see, Addison Johnson. I even put in my notes, why the hell he naked? I put, why the hell is he naked? Let's see. Let me if I can get this clip up. Let me get this clip up for you guys, boy. Cause I've been really trying, baby. Let's get it on. But I was confused. I was like, why is this guy getting his chest out? Like, why they got his chest out like that?
He feels familiar. Like, I know exactly why.
If I can get this. Not even play too long before these copyright niggas be coming at me. Don't worry, guys. I'll get it. I'll get the copyright thing for you guys. I'll get the part where he does the chest thing. I was so confused. I was like, but why are they showing him in his chest? What did they just film him straight out of the bed? Like, bro, they couldn't tell him to put on a top. They couldn't tell him to put on some clothing. They couldn't tell him to put on some decent overalls. We just got the brother up in his naked top. I was so confused as to why this is happening. You know what I mean? So I was like, why? What's going on? And he's out here being excited. I was like, oh. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't even want to be mean. I don't even want to be mean. But when I saw the body, I said, the body's, I'm not gonna lie to you, the body's a little bit feminine. I'm not trying to be mean. I don't want to be mean. I'm not trying to be facetious. I'm really not trying to be rude. I want to be respectful, but it does have a feminine touch to the body. Even the shoulders are a little bit. You know what? It's given me. Born in Africa. You know, it's given me carrying baby on the back. It's just given me a little bit of that. Just a little bit. If you just look at it one more time, you know, you just it's it's a little bit it's a little bit feminine. That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to say he really is, but it just I can see why people may be thinking this. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just yeah. All right, cool. Let me get my let me stop that and get my people onto the oh man. Hey guys, let me put my headphones in so I can hear you well, cause boy, that was funny indeedy.
Ain't no way, Kojo. We got to start this. You just got back on the good YouTube channel now. You're gonna start with foolishness. Let's open up in a word of prayer, Seaway, for Kojo.
Look, we pray now. We're going to have to pray again because
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of prayer. And
because
Seaway, I need you to be on the good foot here. Don't go down no slippery slope.
I
Please, please.
I think we just need to pray at the end because Lord have mercy. I'm glad Kojo said it because there's some problems. Hey y'all.
What's up, Seaway?
Hey.
What's up, LBB family? We
So are you
live
telling me
y'all.
you didn't get that feeling that when you saw I genuinely was on an honest roll. I genuinely was shocked when I saw the body. I it just you know what I mean?
You know, he is going to seriously regret being on this TV. I'm gonna let you know that right now. The only good thing is that not as many people probably are watching like they was during like the Kristen Page time. But
That's
there's
true.
still enough people on TV that he's gonna seriously regret being on this TV looking like that with that shirt off. And Sean gonna act like we didn't have this conversation. It's not just him. The shirt off situation is not for most people on TV. You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
it's not for like most people can't do the whole shirt off situation on TV, and he definitely can't. He just it's not for him.
Oh
I had an
boy.
X. What's the one when you got the X and Y chromosome? When you got
Oh,
the
like
X chromosome?
Andronus. Is it
Yeah,
like a I don't mean, yeah.
yeah. He seems like he got an extra chromosome. Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's jump into some of these couples then. Let's jump into some of these couples. Let's jump into some of these couples. Let's try to behave themselves. Let's jump into some of these couples, right? We can talk about obviously Justin and Alexis because they're starting off. Okay, so Justin and Alexis. Obviously on this episode, we saw better things. I would say I for this episode alone, without seeing a preview, we saw better things. Right? They were kissing more, hugging more. You know, you know, what was your thoughts around that aspect? I'll ask a few more questions. I've got a few more questions about them, but your first initial kind of response, do you think did you see more affection from them too as well? Did it look genuine?
Yeah, it was. I think she's somebody that can run hot and cold.
Okay.
She's that. She seems like she's was definitely into the intimacy because she was like, if he's down, I'm down. So that gave me all the indications that she was definitely open to you know giving that giving it a run at it. And she seemed to be affectionate with him. She cuddled with him in the bed the first night. So yeah, that's but I don't know how to, because when we see the previews, she, I think I don't know how seriously she's taking it. That may be kind of my thing. I don't know how seriously she's taken the whole thing. And I definitely don't think she really cares about his feelings. So she might be like, oh, okay. And then the next day she's like, nah, I'm good.
Somebody asked if Justin was from Rwanda. Not Nat.
Seaway, what's your initial thoughts then on Justin and Alexis? What are you saying?
Alexis, I feel like we didn't have 5 Alexises over the last year and a half. There's too many Alexises to go with. She reminds me of how, like, if y'all go to the strip club and the strippers kind of make you feel love, like you're the person for the day, like you're just the man for the night. She reminds me of a person who acts like that. Like she knows how to make him feel good and feel loved and give him the affection, but it's like temporary. Like I don't know what the means to the end is, but her first statement was that he was not her type.
Yep.
And she clearly dodged him on that date nap on Hinge, I think it was, or Bumble, one of the two. So now I'm finding it hard to believe that she's like, so interested in him. I will say that it did come off as genuine, but again, she's giving me like, I know how to finesse a man in the strip club vibe. So I don't really think that it's going to last a long time. And I think she's going to run that man into the ground. He's going to be crying probably every other episode when he's done dealing with her. That's what I think. But right now it's cute. It's cute. They're both doing a lot. I'm sure we'll get to that in a second. But it feels genuine, but I'm not fooled. She's just trying to get a little shot for the first couple episodes.
What was your guys' thoughts to the parents, or I guess the family members, questioning Alexis specifically? Because Alexis, they were asking, I'll do Alexis first. They were asking Alexis, about her proposals, or at least engagements, and she was talking about proposals, and then she was talking about how she was selfish and she ran away in the past. What was your kind of thoughts on that, Sean? What did you gather from that particular scene?
One, that's when I saw her evasiveness, because she was kind of not answering the questions directly. And she was the part that like grasped me the most. Like I wasn't paying fully attention when she was talking about the engagements, but what caught my attention was like when they were gauging when they were trying to ask her how she's going to treat him and is she attracted to him, and she was just kind of saying, well, I'm here for the process, I'm giving it a go. Like it was never a direct, I find him attractive, or whatever. She was dodging and bobbing and weaving that question. So it was just very odd to me, like if you contrast how she was talking to his family versus how she was when they were alone. So yeah, that's when I'm kind of suspicious of how she's going to act. And if she's really into him, or if she's just saying, because she kept saying, well, I'm gonna give the process a try. And then she started talking about how they were matched on Hinge and he was a little too needy-ish, right? Or he was too pushy. I think he was too pushy. And then I think he tried to DM her and she ignored him.
Oh.
Yeah, and then when they saw each other again, that's when she said, she's like, oh, I recognized him. She's like, I know you from somewhere. And then he tried to play it off, and then she started putting the pieces together.
Oh, wait. So was this on the main show or this on the after show?
No, this was on the main show. This was on the main show. So, yeah, they had matched on Hinge, and she rejected him. And then she told the family, she was like, well, maybe that was me dismissing the person that I was meant to be with.
She's a runner. She's a track star.
Yep.
See, what was your thoughts to that conversation she had with the parents?
I think the parents peeped game that she was going to be a problem. I was looking at their face, and they're like, it was all over their face that she is definitely going to be a problem. I think they look concerned for her with the questions they were asking. and they were getting to it. Like, they were trying to get to the bottom of this whole engagement thing. But I just want to say, this is not the first time I've seen this. If you've been proposed to in high school or in college, and these people did not have a ring, and they just woke up in the morning and didn't brush their teeth and say, "Will you marry me?" That does not count. And stop like constantly using that as I've been proposed to 3 times. I don't know why there's like some women that keep doing that, but it just makes you look. I feel like they think it's a flex, but it just makes you look unstable.
Desperate. Yeah.
Desperate. Like you're trying to act like you have a lot of options, but it's just coming off like when I was 17, my boyfriend at the time said he wanted to marry me. Do I count that as an engagement? I'm not. It's not a proposal. It was a wish list. Like, it was something that he wanted to do. Like, he didn't have a ring, and we're gonna move on. Like, I hope I don't want to keep hearing that no more, because it really is just showing that she's trying to look like she's desired, and it's giving fake. So.
I hear that. I actually hear that. That's why Snicker is snapping differently. But I actually hear that. And the mum definitely peeped her facial expressions. When I watched it again, her face was like, she knew that instantly this girl's a runner. She's a track star. She's going to run away when it gets hard. And her answer as well about why she actually didn't go through with any of the proposals was wild. Old girl's basically saying I was selfish, and basically, I didn't know better at that time. I'm like, hey, but 3 times? 3 times? And she's done with, she's selfish, unrealistic expectation, and she's done with being afraid and running. She's now dived into this particular marriage. And she said, oh, now I'm in marriage. I've got a different perspective. Babe, you've been in it for 5 minutes. You can't tell me you have a different perspective already. You're in it for 3 days, 2 days. You got a different perspective? 2 days. New perspective. Yes, Sean.
We found out that Becky, his friend that was falling all over, she's married. The blonde girl.
Oh, she is? I was wondering about her.
Yeah, she's married. You remember we were cracking up? See, it's been too long since we were together, but remember we were cracking up and you kept rolling the footage back because the friend was like crying and a little hysterical during the ceremony.
Yeah.
So this friend is married because she was just talking about, she was kind of drilling down on Alexis too.
We ain't got to worry about the friends. The friends don't want him. I don't think we got to worry about that this season.
I don't think anybody wants him because he's too soft. But way too feminine. In all honesty,
in them comments, you're gonna wake him up.
No, because they agree that nobody wants no man who crying. I don't care who you talking about.
It's not even just. It's everything with him.
It's everything.
It's everything.
It's everything.
It's everything.
But he already talked about he'll cry with you. Don't cry with me.
Okay, so can we discuss that? Right? Can we discuss that? That was the biggest no. This brother. This is what I knew. This is why his brother didn't want him dating, because this stuff is.
This is why. He knew.
Why he did. I told you when he called him a bitch. I said to you the reason why he's called him a bitch because he knows he's. I ain't wanna admit it, but the brother was talking with some real sense. The conversation with the sisters was really interesting because the sisters and the mum, and I would love to know a bit more about what kind of upbringing she actually had, because first and foremost, they were talking about how in the relationship, not relationship, but the sister said we were brought up to basically defend ourselves and say what we feel, and I was like, does that mean no filter? Is that how you're brought up? Because that's what I'm hearing from. That's what I'm hearing from old girl. She got no filter. Doesn't know the right time to say certain things. Even her friends told her that you say something out of turn. So that was interesting for me. But then to couple that with the fact that he then went on to say, when they're asking him, like, so, okay, like, how would you advocate for yourself? The question was, how would you advocate for yourself? And this brother said, well, I would. And this one I said, he's also going to be a problem. He said, you know what? My pleasing only comes when, you reciprocate. So if she decides that she's going to be mean, his people pleasing stuff, he gonna turn ugly. I can tell you that for free. Okay, for free. All right. So, what was your thoughts to that conversation with the sister and the mum? What did you guys, deep from that conversation as well? From that, so, since Seaway's already there, I'll let you go. Seaway, what was your thoughts?
Don't ask me because I barely remember.
Girl, you remember because you was even saying it.
Wait, did I remember? I remember the one with I remember the conversation and him saying about the people pleasing and he'll switch up on you. But that's all I remember. I was kind of like floating in and out of that. Well, Sean, you helped me.
Okay, okay, Sean, do you remember that conversation?
I just remember the crying thing. I remember exactly what Seaway was saying.
Yeah, that's all I remember.
But anything outside of that, I don't know because I kind of zone out.
Because 2 hours, it's hard. I don't know how you do it, Kojo, but the 2 hours to keep my attention, it's almost like I gotta watch it twice. I usually watch it twice just so I can.
Yeah, I watch it twice. I have to slow it down and stuff. That's what I do.
Yeah, if you give us a couple of hints, then it'll probably re-jog my memory. But
try and bring it.
I do remember the reciprocity, but for me, I was trying to be hopeful. I'm trying to approach this from a different place, a better place.
A better place.
And I was trying to say, well, okay, he's going to be looking to see if she's giving as well and not overextending himself. But right now it's showing just words because he's super enamored with her. You could see that, he doggone near told her he loved her the day of the ceremony. And we see in the upcoming previews, he's going to say it again. So if she puts it on him a good time, forget it. It's going to be madness.
Listen, I hear you. Let me play a little clip so you guys can have a look.
We're very vocal women. My mom, she raised us to be able to handle ourselves. So my question to you is how do you plan on advocating for yourself?
Okay, that sister fine though. Woo!
She is. She pretty. She pretty. I ain't gonna lie to you. She pretty. Sister was pretty. I ain't gonna lie to you. But she's gonna ask him how he's gonna advocate for himself, and I'll play the clip in a second or two. He actually does answer it that's when he starts talking about how he doesn't actually answer it by saying, I think does he talk about for himself? If I put my notes, I don't remember him saying he's gonna talk about for himself. That wasn't what he replied with. I think he said that's when he went into the people pleasing aspect, saying obviously, I'll take basically I only please when it's reciprocated. Basically, that's actually when he actually said that piece. Let me play the next part. If my copy wants to play. Nope, my copy wants to move mad. Oh boy. Okay.
When you need something, because a relationship is not a one-way street, and it can be very exhausting.
I'm only a pleaser if it's reciprocated. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be a pleaser if you just giving me the cold shoulder.
Yeah, it's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good, bruv. Yeah. The question was about how would you advocate for yourself, and we went on to reciprocity. Comprehension is also lacking. Yeah, it's not looking good, bruv.
It's diversion, bro, because he knows.
I want to talk about why is he doing this celibacy thing? What is the real reason?
Ask again, Seaway. Why is he doing the celibacy thing?
Only time I see the men doing the celibacy thing is when they're gay or when they have a little thing or they're hiding something. That is the only time I've seen a man do and I know the men gonna be stereotype, call it what you want. I have yet to see a man do a celibacy thing for an actual spiritual connection. It's always been that they're hiding something very small, very odd, or some big secret, or they don't like women. People in the comments let me know if they've seen it before, but I don't know. Because even Mitch was getting at him you celibate or you just can't get none. Please,
Mitch, that's my question. Mitch chimed in. He was like, I just can't get any, so that's why.
Right, he kept it 100. He kept it 100.
At least Mitch is not gonna cap. He was like, he's like,
But
I'm
Mitch
not turning none away though.
Mitch, like, bro, if you just can't get none, just say that. Don't be talking about you celibate.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, we have seen that in the past. You know, Ryan from a couple seasons back
But
was
was he
doing the whole.
celibate? I don't think he was celibate. He was
He
just
wasn't
saying
celibate, no.
And he was lying.
they wanted to
He
wait.
was withholding sex.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what he
yeah.
was for Clara.
But then he
was withholding
wasn't.
sex.
But then after,
We found out he was still getting favors.
yeah, and they was,
Shocked
and
up.
yeah. So,
But with him, I don't know. Yeah, we want to know why he's celibate. You know what I mean? So, you know, listen, I got no problem with you being celibate. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the fact, what was your reason for being celibate?
And I'm glad you said it like that, because they done mispronounced celibate so many times on that freaking episode. I was like, y'all, if you can't pronounce it, don't use it on national TV. say you're abstaining from sex if you can say abstaining, but don't be mispronouncing celibate 5 billion times. It was killing me. It was killing me. He needs to get that meat away.
Listen.
Oh, he needs to give it away. I can't see.
I think there's something deeper. I can't lie to you. I think there's something deeper. Because why we still mention this whole celibate when we're married now? You know what I mean?
but you know what? It's more Alexis that brought it up, because remember they were in the bedroom. I think that was the first night, and she was like, "Oh, you celibate now, so you know." And he was like, "But we're married." So I don't think he, well, at least from what he's saying.
Maybe she's gonna use that against him.
Her Highness says celibate. That's what they were saying.
I don't know why. I don't know why Alexis keeps telling everybody. I don't get the point of her announcing that to the whole world every single time. It's actually disrespectful and humiliating, actually, to keep doing that. I don't understand why she does that.
But that's her immaturity, and then that's also what her dudes were telling her is like, you got to know when to say what and to be considerate of other people's feelings. And she's not. She's shown us time and time again that, you know, she's insensitive. So whether she's blurting out that or anything else, or talking about he's not that awful, you know.
I just felt like this episode, she suddenly swung the pendulum the other way and was so interested in him. I was like, well, okay. Suddenly she's all interested in him. I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, it's just weird to see her swing the other way so quickly. And it's just a bit weird. Do you know what I mean?
That's the part where I can't get a good read on it. I need to see more before I make a full assessment. But it's like, even when they were, and you remember the scenes where they were cuddling in bed, she had a genuine smile on her face.
Yeah, she looked like she looked,
you know,
enjoyed it.
And she was cuddling up with him. She put on her pajamas, you know.
Looked like she was really
very comfortable with him. So I can't get a read. It's hard to see, like, is she really that good of an actress, or is part of her, like, she might be that person to like dip their toe in the water and just kind of see. They might be like a free spirit, kind of like that, and then they're like, yeah, okay, I'm good.
She gonna give that what you call it, Haley treatment.
Oh, don't get Seaway started, because we were talking earlier about this whole thing, and I don't know if Seaway agreed with me, but I said she might be Haley 2.0.
She's giving Haley 3.0. She's giving 3.0. You know what? She's giving that 3.0. She's gonna try it once. She's gonna try it once, and then she's gonna go back to being celibate. You know what I mean? So
it's the mystery. It's the mystery. Like, it's the mystery. Like, this is all cute because it's like there's like a mystery, you know, around it. But when they actually do it and the mystery is gone and it's trash, it's gonna be downhill. So the longer she can keep this up, the better it's gonna be. Because as soon as she breaks the ice, and someone said in the comments, I'm sorry, I don't remember which person it was, but yeah, like this commenter said, when it happens, it's gonna be done. Because he's probably constantly letting people down. Because he's so tall, and I'm not even gonna say he look like he can do something, because he really don't. But you know, like, some people may assume he can do a little bit more, do a little something, and when he can't, it's like it's a big letdown.
Well, you know, maybe Alexis will take the reins. She looked like, you know, she can hop up on top, do a little reverse cowboy.
She gonna break that boy. She gonna break that boy. I'm gonna fold him like a barbecue chair, boy. He's gonna fold.
You want to talk about getting it in? I mean, I know we're not there yet, but a teaser, boy, Stasia and Nate. You want to talk about? I thought we were watching Showtime for a second, not Lifetime.
Yeah.
Woo! That was steamy.
Hey, and also whatnot. I guess the last thing on Justin and Alexis is that Alexis said to the family that she's able to handle his sensitivity, and I'm like, what, when, and where, and how have you handled his sensitivity correctly? Like it doesn't look like you've handled the sensitivity very, very well of late. You know what I mean? So again, it's Alexis playing a game here because definitely not sensitive to his sensitivity, not even in the slightest. So I don't know. I fear that she's playing her particular game. And look, of course, you got to get through as many episodes as you can, get your money up. You know what I'm saying? She probably thought to herself, I'll get on the show. And for her, probably, and listen, let me be fair to her. If you chose somebody if you see someone on altar who you already swiped right, left on, right on, and you didn't want to be with them or whatever, why would you want to be with them on a show like this? Do you know what I mean? Like, if you already said no to them in the app, why would you want to say yes to them in real life? I mean, sure, she can give an open mind, but she already said no for a reason. Nothing ain't changed.
And personality too. And personality. She said he was annoying her personality-wise. I said, Kirby, you said I'm the first woman you met that would care. What I care about? I don't know what you're talking about. You got to comment again. So I have no idea. But yeah, yeah. I mean, because she also said he was annoying. It wasn't just like his looks; it's that he was being pesky and agitating. So I doubt that that's going to be.
It's going to come up later on because we saw that in a preview, right? Where Devin told him you can't tell her who to talk to and who she can't talk to. That's going to come up. So okay.
I think that's because she wanted to be like a party girl.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's what I was getting from that, and he wanted to keep her, from associating with certain people and being out and social. She don't want to be in the house anymore.
Yeah, definitely hear that.
We're gonna see, but I mean, I want to ask this now. I want to ask this now.
He couldn't rein Megan in.
No. I need to know, since y'all want to get on Haley so bad and the rest of them. If she doesn't like this man, how is she supposed to handle it? What is she supposed to do that will meet y'all expectations? Because I
Alexis
down the line.
You talking about Alexis?
Yeah.
I mean, listen, there's a way to go about it. You know what I mean? Just don't be rude about it. You know what I mean? The same way Ryan did it. How did Ryan do it last year?
I thought Ryan wasn't rude, but then a lot of the women, said he was rude. So I'm like, you can't make nobody happy. I didn't think he was rude.
I don't think she was.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's one thing to not like somebody, right? And it's another thing to be just nasty and rude. And I think that was the problem with Haley. It wasn't that I wanted her to be in love with Jacob. It was just be nice about it. Be a nice person. And she was not nice to me. And then she tried to do all these things to change him. So, I think she shouldn't lead him on. So if Alexis gets to the point where she knows that she's not interested, don't just be mean as a way to push him away. Have that mature conversation with him and just say, hey, listen, I just don't think this is going to work.
Okay.
But don't breadcrumb him. And that's what I see her doing. You give somebody the little breadcrumbs. You give them a little and think like, if they do this, well, if you do that, then maybe. And if you do this, then maybe. But there is no maybe. There is no, it's going to lead to, all roads lead to no. So don't do that kind of stuff.
I'm hearing that. All right, let's talk about Kristen and Mitch. What's our thoughts on Kristen and Mitch? He's a little bit too honest, apparently, and he's focused on his work. But what do we think about Kristen and Mitch? What was our thoughts?
He wants her mama.
Hmm?
Ain't that the one that he wants her mother?
He don't want her
Oh
mama.
well,
Every
but he
single time he gets a
complimented her.
chance, he's talking about her mama. Literally every.
I mean, her mama's fine.
I mean, her mother is, but I just, even when they were like, "What was your first impression?" He goes, "I liked her mama. I thought the mama was my bride."
Maybe he's got a little thing for the mama. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he definitely got a thing for the
has.
mama, because the mama don't look like her. They don't look like the same type of people. They look different. I don't think this is going anywhere fast. He's rude. He's rude. He treated everyone around him bad. And then when they were at the table and they were trying to like explain him to her, they really had nothing nice to say. They really weren't. They had nothing nice to say. I'm like, how does this man have friends or family? I think she's gonna try to people please him. She's gonna try to be like the Clara. She's gonna try to make it work because she feels like this is her last ship out. Like this is her last train out, is the way she's viewing it. So she's gonna try to make it work, but I think he's gonna be mean to her. That's my opinion.
Someone said the mama had a touch of Kardashian. Well, if that's the case, I thought that he didn't want Kardashian. He wants natural. So is Mitch lying to himself?
Yes, he's doing like what people be like. Oh, I like a look. I like them thin. I don't want makeup. I don't want this. But everybody you like it on Instagram is thin, makeup, BBLs, everything. It's the same thing.
I mean, you, Sean. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I think she is oddly into him a lot. You know, even she was like, "Do you mind if I kiss you on the cheek?" And like, she just, and he just seems disinterested. You know, he really, really seems disinterested. Then, listen, I don't understand how these Mavs folks roll with the house clothes on the bed, the dirty feet on the bed. Yeah, that's I couldn't get that out of my head when they went to lay down. I just saw the bottom of his feet were dirty, and I'm like, bro, come on, this is your first night, and you got dirty feet. He wasn't trying to do nothing. Then I think he said he forgot his pajamas or something like that, or he was like, you know, it was like he's just put no effort or intention whatsoever.
That's the biggest thing.
I just
How do
feel
you guys?
like,
Oh, go for it. No, go for it. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I just feel like he is. He's doing the bare minimum, and she's doing too much. So I think he's just going to run roughshod over her.
I agree with that. Especially when they explained it to well, the mom explained it to him, saying, you know what, you know, Kristen's quite a little bit sensitive, so your words, you got to be very careful, basically, what you say. Now, I think what was even more eye-opening is what his side of the family said. Mitch is a prick. That's what it sounds like. Mitch sounds like he's a bit of a prick. He's a bit of a dick. Because how can your sister-in-law say to you, yeah, do you know what? The way he talks and says certain things, it can come across rude, basically. And the brother was like, listen, don't take what he says too seriously, you know, because he can tell the truth, but you know, it can hurt sometimes. I'm like, wait, what? What is going on? Like, why are we discussing this particular part? The sister-in-law said he's brutally honest and proud. And the brother said, I worried because he will hurt your feelings and he can come off as a jerk sometimes. I said, so this is what Kristen is dealing with? What are you saying, Sean?
Yeah, I mean, and we got a preview, right? We saw the whole meltdown with his beard. We saw how he was behaving with the bow tie. Even his body language with her was very, you know, kind of distant. So I just think he is not really. He's not really into her, and I don't know what his approach. I haven't heard him with any ounce of intentionality about the process. leading up to this about why he wanted to get married. It was kind of like, well, we might as well do it. You know, I'm in my early 40s, never been married, haven't really had serious relationships. Let me just give this a shot and see how it goes.
I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. You know, I think with Mitch and Kristen, I think we're going to start seeing Mitch's problematic side. I think we're going to start seeing his non adjustable side. We're going to start seeing Mitch's rudeness coming through as I'm just telling you the truth. We're going to start seeing Mitch when he gets frustrated, taking that out on Kristen as well. So I feel like Mitch, you know, is going to be a problem. You know, I think it's gonna be a problem. I won't lie to you because honestly, it's just how can your own sister-in-law be saying that you're proud and you're this and that, like negatives? I said, oh snap. I said, and the brother, honestly, the brother was basically saying, bro, like, they know what, we got rid of him. And I just want to let you know, you might want to send him back because he's gonna be this way. Like, that's how it sounded like, you know what I mean? So you know, I think Christian likes him a bit too much. That whole let me kiss you on the cheek, and then you know the way she was talking about the situation, I said, nah, that's why you get used and abused by men. You get in deep quick. You sell everything. You don't. There's no mystery behind anything. Don't um you don't you know, take your time. You just rush into it and you get excited and you get like your way too quickly without surveying the land. And that's how Kristen moves. And I think that's why she always gets used and abused, because the guys are going to come across there like, oh, you're not going to survey the land. All right, cool. Don't survey the land. We know what, we'll take the P. You know what I mean? And I think that's what's happened with Kristen. She doesn't survey the land very, very well. And I think she gets in deep real quickly, real cozy, real quick as well. There's a desperation, someone said. That's it. Desperate for love. And that can be also detrimental for you as well. Okay. We've done Mitch and Kristen. Let's move on. Lindy and Miguel. What are we telling me about Lindy and Miguel? You know what I mean? What we saying about them? Talk to me, baby.
Miguel's gonna be another Jose. I feel it. Like, isn't he the one that talk about he ain't got nothing to work on because he left every relationship? First of all, it's really hard to find a man that has left every relationship, because most of the times, even when the man is in the right, they still will let the woman break up with them. Like, I've literally seen that. Like, most of the time, a man will either do enough stuff so the woman breaks up with him, or they actually get broken up with. When he said that he don't really know what he got to work on because he's left every relationship or people cheating on him, red flags, sir. Red flags all on the play. Like, it's given like you don't have any type of self-reflection. And if every woman is cheating on you, it's probably you as well. So I don't know. It just feels like Jose part 2. Not here for it. The whole like student loan thing, I don't know why they were making a big deal. I don't know how it is in London, but like most professionals have student loans. Half of us ignore them and have them in forbearance and worried about it later. It's really like not one of those things that need to be like a deal breaker conversation. I don't even know why they were making that big deal about the student loans and responsibility. He just seems like he's going to be very strict and militant. And I don't know. And I think, what's her name? Liz, what's her name? Lindsay, what is her name?
Lindy.
Lindy's right for taking it slow, because she said it like that little like circle up that she's going to take it slow. She's doing the right thing, because if you know you're the type of person that if you give yourself to someone, you're going to get really emotionally involved and invested. She's very smart by taking it slow, because he looks like he's going to be something else if she gets too invested in him too early. I'm not saying he's all bad, but right now he's looking like Jose, and I'm not liking his energy. It seems like he thinks his ish don't stink. Yeah, his sister was, I'm not even going to get started on his sister. That sister was agitating as hell. So, yeah, no. You're mute, coach.
Thought I muted there. Yeah, I said, yeah, the sister's a problem, and she's basically. I think she's also part of the enabling process to why Miguel's not very self-aware in terms of what he contributes towards a relationship. The way she was almost coming at Lindy, like, he's made so much money, he doesn't want anyone just come and just chop his money. Da da da. What's your star sign? The star sign was an issue. Like it felt like she was enabling a lot of his behaviors, and I was like, maybe that's where he gets it from. Maybe that's the reason why he's not able to see some of the behaviors that he has right now, which are incorrect. You know what I mean? But sure, I want to get your thoughts on Lindy and Miguel. What's your kind of thoughts on them two as well?
Sure. So I think the student loan thing, for me, it's not something I would just ignore, right? Because if she made a point of it, and she's the one when they talked about finances, because I think what's happened to him in the past is he's also gotten taken advantage of financially by some of the women that he's dated. So they wanted to kind of understand what her financial picture looks like, right? So she volunteered, and she said she has a lot of student debt, right? So not reasonable, but a lot. And sounds like she's a doctor, probably like a PhD or, an ED or whatever. She has, debt outside of graduate, outside of undergrad, which, can rack up into the six figures and look like a mortgage. And then you couple that with her laissez-faire attitude about working, because she also mentioned that kind of like, oh, well, I just kind of want to, I don't want to have to work 40 hours a week. I hope I don't have to feel that pressure. Yeah. If you've got significant student loan debt, yeah, I'm gonna need you to have a plan. And that's pretty much what Miguel was saying to her, is like, we can figure out a plan, to make sure that, it gets paid, because that stuff can haunt you forever and ever and ever and ever. And then come time you want to buy a house, you want to do something together, you're having a kid, you go on a maternity leave, those things creep up. So, I do think it's something worth talking about. And considering she's coming into the marriage with this, I don't want to necessarily assume somebody's extensive student loan debt. So I get that, especially if I've worked hard to kind of have my own finances and be in a financial place. Yeah, no, that you need to come to the situation fully figure that out. But the thing on his side was, I think he gave conflicting stories, and I think, like, when he got confronted about, his past relationships and how they worked out, I think he stretched the truth on that one, talking about he's the one that usually left because they cheated on him. That's kind of not the impression that we got early on. The impression early on is that he was getting run over by these women. So I don't think you were necessarily leaving. And if you were leaving, it's probably because they were done with you and they just were dragging you along just as long as you would hang around for. But if somebody is like blatantly cheating on you, you're seeing text messages, they're at the point where they don't care. So I just wish he would be more honest, and then, like, self-reflective, like Seaway said, is like, well, what did you work on? What did you learn? What approaches are you doing differently in your new relationships? He also has mommy issues, right? So that's gonna grossly affect him, and it seems like the sister is a mommy replacement, because she comes in hot and heavy with all of her opinions and her horoscopes. We're gonna get rush ribbons on her about the astrology of it all. But yeah, so I just think, like, she just had way too many opinions and thinks she knows it all, and is just like problematic. So that's my thoughts on those two.
Real spit. Go for it, Siwe.
I think that would be a great conversation for your Tuesday, about like people who are constantly cheated on or constantly the victims, and then they don't reflect it all. Because I see that with men and women. Like, they be like, I've been cheated on in every relationship. Yeah, if you've been cheated on in every relationship, I think it's time to look inward, somewhere, somehow, because I think it's really easy to project that on the person, to always be a victim. but it doesn't help you get out of that cycle, whatever cycle he's in. But I did want to say, so she is saying that she wants him to pay off her student loans, like she doesn't want to work.
No, she didn't say she wanted to pay it off, but she's not working towards paying it off. Basically, she ain't really working it off to pay it. She ain't really working towards paying it off. She basically wants to kind of just, I remember she's ambling along, basically. You know what I mean? So she's not working. She's not really. It seems like she's not actively working to try and pay off this debt, which is where our brother Jose 2.0 ain't gonna have that. Okay, because the family said, "Oh, he gonna make sure there's a plan." So, Mr. Jose 2.0, he gonna make sure that he get you together. You know what I mean, baby? You got work. You got to pay off them debts. My girl said, "Listen, I'm still doing soft life." Okay, continue then. The debts are gonna sit there, but Master Jose 2.0, he ain't gonna have that. Okay, that's why the sister. And now I get why the sister was so intense about, our brother has obviously got to a place financially, doesn't want to have to start catering for a woman in that particular sense. I think part of that was obviously because, maybe he entertained really rubbish girls, but also at the same time as well, maybe she sensed something in Lindy as well in terms of her ambitions to not even necessarily stay at home, but stay at home. Do you know what I mean? That's what she was doing. She wants to stay, almost like wants to work whenever she wants to work. Baby, you can do that. If you earn enough money to do that, you can work whenever you want to work. But if you don't, let's get down on it, baby. Let's, let's get a plan together. Let's start paying this thing in. Because don't think I'm gonna start paying it off. I don't know who the frick you are. I just married you, but I don't think I'm gonna start paying it off. Let's, I want to see some action from you, which is what they were saying to her. He likes to see action. He likes to see proactiveness. He likes to see somebody who is on it, who's driven. Yeah, that's the key thing there. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why Mafs loves these people with no jobs and no ambition, but I mean but there's about 3 people on this season who seem like their jobs are questionable. A good 3. And it seems like the numbers are going up with people who just don't have proper employment. And I'm wondering if the show is not attracting people who would have employment. Because if you're thinking if you're like a Bao or whatever, Bao took a risk to be on this show with that fool Johnny. She had a real career that doesn't benefit from being on Mafs. So I'm starting to think that people who really have these type of careers are not on Mafs because I wouldn't feel comfortable going on Mafs.
Well, listen, look at Stasia. Stasia is banking. Mirla had money.
Yeah, they both took a risk, though. They're taking a risk, is my point. And that's why Mirla did the point with Mirla, that's why Mirla did a lot of things that she did. She didn't get into it like she could have got into it with your boy Gil because she had a real job and something to lose. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of times she wanted to go toe-to-toe and say more. But she couldn't because her job is like a public-facing job.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I'm hearing you guys. Interesting.
People with no job or limited jobs.
It seems to be the MO for this season. Go for it, Sean.
Yeah, and her brother they were giving weird cultish vibes because then he started talking to him about sex and what sex means and 2 become 1. It's like, who did we need you to break that down, bro?
It was like the W's.
Yeah, and then they already had that awkward conversation about what his religion was. Did he believe in God? And it seems like she has a totally different approach. So I don't understand why the family is placing their values when I don't even know if those are necessarily Lindy's values. So, yeah. And then he just kept going and going and going. I'm like, bro, how old are you? Like, do you have relationship experience that you can just shed light on, or, just chill back in the cut?
Listen, it's insane because obviously, as well, yeah, you're right. The brother was questioning, asking about, and then asked about sex situation. And I was like, Like, what are you doing here, sir? Like, what are you trying to do? Why are you asking those weird ass questions? You're right. It was very cultish, and that's what they've probably come from, isn't it? The cultish kind of background. I don't know. I'm guessing she's broke free of it. If not, they've seen her now on the TV. They're going to recollect her and call her back in. But the brother was doing a bit too much. But he asked one or two good questions as well. But yeah, the brother was doing a bit too much. He didn't need to do all of that. Do you know what I mean? And someone said the mum also asked about sex. Okay, cool. But it's, yeah, I don't know. For me, it's just your family shouldn't be asking this kind of questions. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, not in that way. It's just a bit awkward. It's a bit weird. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit weird to see that. But hey, if that's what that floats their boat and that's what they feel they're going to use as a measuring stick to find out this guy's good, I don't know. But yeah, both. Yeah, someone said Lindy's brother and Miguel's sister were both annoying. Maybe they should match them up together.
I think the sister, Miguel's sister, I think she was married.
She married.
I think I saw a ring on her finger, I believe.
Well, she needs to chill. She needs to chill because, like, honestly, she was doing the most.
I think again, that's she. A lot of time siblings step in, like when the mother or a parent is absent. Just like Justin's brother,
Right.
he stepped into like that father role, and I think that's what the sister is doing here too. She's just coming in hot and heavy because she's super overprotective because she knows that there's no relationship with the mom, and then on top of it, he has bad relationship experience. So she's feeling like she's going to come in and save the day or prevent the damage. But you can't do that. It's up to the person that's in the relationship. I can ask a question. I could try to get to know you, but I can't save you from my family member.
Yep. 100%. Yep. I agree that 100%. Sister needs to fall back, they said. She needs to fall all the way back.
Yeah.
All right. Back bake. Binh and Morgan. What's your thoughts on that, guys? Binh and Morgan.
Ain't no way.
Ain't no way. What's the ain't no way, bro?
Ain't no way. She's gonna chew him up and spit him out. Did you see when she came lurching down, walking down that aisle in them sneakers? I'm like, this is a rough and tumble kind of lady, and I think that she's going to steamroll all over Binh. So that part, and then she said another thing that, I think one of her friends or her sister, mentioned that, what did they mention? Oh yeah, they were like, "Is your dad gonna be here?" And she was like, "I didn't tell him, and I'm gonna walk myself down the aisle. I don't need anybody to walk me down the aisle. I don't need anyone to give me away. I'm gonna give myself away." It's all the red flags. It's all the red flags of, ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do. I'm gonna just do what I want to do. You can go along to get along.
Look, TD Jakes already told us. TD Jakes is fed up with us. He told us about it.
There's a song she need to be saying she can give herself away. So Jesus.
TD Jakes try to warn y'all about these Morgans of the world. Okay, he's fed up. He's tired of modern day hoes trying to walk herself down the aisle. We can't even get walked down the aisle no more. The hell is wrong with us?
Exactly. She is definitely rough and tumble. I'm sorry. Nice young. She seems nice. I mean, I think she's overcome some obstacles in her life. God bless her. But that's a rough and tumble lady. Those arm tattoos everywhere. The Muay Thai. Yeah. And
maybe he'll be the perfect one for her.
No,
maybe he's the perfect one. She may need soft. Like, I think maybe, just maybe, the softness will work for her. Possibly.
Yeah, not if what Binh Mama got to say. You heard what he told his mama. He said, "Mama," he was like, "if you see anything in her that needs to change, just let me know so we can work on it." What in the entire hell? Who says that? Ain't no way. She ain't changing for nobody. So no, soft ain't gonna work with her. I mean, I'm not saying she needs somebody to match that tough energy, but somebody she's gonna steamroll over too is not gonna work.
Binh,
I think it's gonna work.
It could work, Someone said Binh wanted someone like a mother will take over the role and control him. If Morgan likes that role and that power, maybe she'll do it. Maybe she'll do it. Do you know what I mean?
That's
Maybe
why I
she'll do
think
it,
it'll
bro.
work, because you can't have that masculine and the masculine and feminine, or dominant and whatever we're gonna call it, energy. It can work if everyone's okay, like you said, with that role. Like with Alexis and help me, what's that man's name?
Justin.
With Alexis and Justin, I don't feel like that's what Alexis would want. Someone who acts like that. But I think Morgan probably would not mind that more quiet, docile role. Long as Mama stay out the way and they can just get along with Mama and there's no conflict with Mama, I think it could work.
Mama Bear gonna chew him up for good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Mama Bear gonna chew him up for good.
He's sweet. He seems really sweet, and I think a part of her wants somebody that's real nice and sweet. So maybe it'll work.
I'm hearing you. I'm definitely hearing you. Binh is definitely going to show some different sides to him, I'm sure. The previous look absolutely matters for Binh and Morgan. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely crazy. But listen, let's get to the main part of the conversation. The last couple, Stasia and Nate. I want to get you guys' thoughts on Stasia and Nate, because you know what? He broke. Okay, as simple as that. Yeah, he broke. All right. As we called it out from the first episode, we went through his little website thing and said, looked well presented, but it's given off broke. He's a day trader. That's his full business. He makes money from that, but again, sounds like he broke. Okay, day trading on his own as a full-time income job from your house. It's not easy. It's not easy. I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm just saying it's not easy. It's not easy, But for me, I'm gonna say again, Stasia and Nate. Stasia with Nate, yeah, he gonna have to sign a prenup. He needs to sign a prenup. Yeah, he needs to sign a prenup. Yeah, there's no guarantee he's gonna make any money in this relationship. He needs to sign a prenup. You know what I mean? But then I ask myself the question: would it be absolutely disrespectful if a man was to say, "I want a prenup because you know what? I don't trust you." You know what I mean? So I don't know. What's your thoughts on that, guys? What's your thoughts on that aspect? Do you know what I mean? Go for it, Siwe.
He needs to sign that post-nup.
Post-nup.
Yeah, because and this is just life in general. You're not going to have everything. He's a nice-looking man. They vibe. They had sexual tension. Would it be life if he wasn't broke? Like, would it really be life if he wasn't broke? He would have to have something. Like, it couldn't have been that perfect. They look great together. They got that steamy shower scene. They vibe. They get along. They laugh. Great energy. He had to be broke because that's the only way life would have it. So, yeah, that day trading on Robinhood, once again, that is not a full-time job unless you have proven that you're able to make a lot of money on it, especially in this market. I would not want my full-time job to be a day trader. It's just not a thing. And so, I can tell she's very, very successful. So I do think their issues are, if they do have issues, it'll come down to the money, the money situation. So I hope they're able to work that out, because otherwise they're adorbs. I like them. But she needs to make sure he signs that post-nup. And I think anyone, regardless of your gender, if you marry someone and they have way less than you do and you guys are not equally yoked in that sense, you should probably get a post-nup or a prenup. Divorces are at 50%. Why wouldn't you? So that's what I think. You, Sean?
Yeah, 100%. Because I didn't, and then it seems like he's resistant to it because he made that comment, "Oh, you don't trust me?" What? That just sounded silly. That sounded really, really silly. So I don't have any confidence in his stability. I think we need a dusk mask for him and a dusk mask for Lindy, because
and Mitch.
Oh yeah. So I'm not. I just, even when he was explaining his job, he was like kind of hemming and hawing around it. So I don't know. But then I hear Stasia talking on the after party. She was saying like he's got some type of stable job. So maybe we just haven't figured it all out. So again, I reserve the right, the right to be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I am. But right now, the way the story's unfolding, it looks like he hasn't figured it all out just yet. Between that YouTube page and playing around with penny stocks, it's not gonna pay the bills. I'm sorry, it gonna pay the bills. Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
You know, it's even more mad. Like, it's even more mad because it's like, when he started saying, when they asked him, so do you run a business? He said, is there anything that we don't know that you should know? He said, yeah, the business is bankrupt. And I thought to myself, okay, you know what? Businesses happen. You get bankrupt. You know what? Some of the best businessmen in the world have probably been bankrupt and gone on again. But it was like, all that happened after was like, okay, yeah, I've been bankrupt. And next thing is, I'm on my day trading. I was like, okay, so wait, that beautiful apartment that we see that you are in the YouTube videos, are you renting that place? Is that a friend's place? What is that, your actual place? Like, or are you doing image gang? You know what I mean? Are you doing some image gang? And I want to be very honest with you. I wouldn't be surprised if he's doing image gang. I won't be surprised if he's doing image gang. You know what I mean? As he gave us this story about how he has to move around a lot when he was younger, being misunderstood. I can see that being older, he might try to do things to be flashy, to make himself be validated, feel like people like him and wanted. You know what I mean? He might be doing image gang. You know what I'm saying? So, now I have to look at him differently. Do you know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, of course, it was good to see him be vulnerable to Stasia as well. But bro, sensitivity don't pay no bills. Okay, the light and gas bill will go off if you don't pay those bills. Sensitivity doesn't pay those bills. I'm not saying you can't be sensitive. I'm just saying that something doesn't seem quite right here. Okay, all right, yeah, it's more than just not having a job or something or whatever. It's the way that you carry yourself a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I mean, what I didn't understand is what brought him to tears when he was talking to the her parents and her family rather. I didn't I didn't connect the dots.
It's
Like,
talking about his dad, isn't it?
but it's like he said his dad was so strong, and I mean, like, I just didn't understand
because he doesn't have a great relationship with his dad. He's not being honest. I don't think he has a great relationship with his dad the way he thinks he does.
Because the dad is stoic as hell.
That's what I'm saying. That's why he's in tears. That's why he's in tears, bro.
So I was like, and again, I'm not getting on him for crying. I'm not going there just yet.
No, that's not for him. Yeah,
because he doesn't seem like a crybaby. But no. I just didn't register to me why he was crying. And then he told that other story. I guess he's biracial. I think his mom is Asian or something like that.
Yeah.
And I don't know if the mother's not in his life. And then he said he was teased as a kid. He called black people savages. I was like, okay.
Wait, did he say that?
Yeah, he said, he was like, I went to school, and I was light skinned, I'm biracial, and I went to an all black school at a particular age, and the black people were savages, the black kids were savages. I was like, huh?
Right, can we talk about that? I'm really over this.
I was like, what? Like, that's weird. Yeah, I didn't like that. I didn't like that comment.
Someone said beige rage.
But he wasn't raging out. Like,
he wasn't.
It's beige tears. It's like literally like, it's like white tears, but beige tears. I was just like, come on now with the sob story. Like, it's like, I just don't understand why every time we get on TV, we have to be like, oh my God, the black people didn't accept me and the white people didn't accept me. So I sit at my table and I cry.
No, I mean, Black Karen, I understand what the term means. It just felt, it just felt a little, you know, I just didn't like it.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
I think
I
there's
didn't
unresolved
like it.
issues.
Yeah,
There's some unresolved issues. I'll be honest with you. There's some unresolved issues that are there. The unresolved issues, which are clear with him. I think also, and it goes really deep. I think we're going to start seeing it in the course of the season. It coming out really deep. The mum obviously abandoning him. It's deep, and then I think also as well, this, like he said, stoic dad moving around as well, moving around a few times, and then not really settling, and then going to places where you're not really accepted. That's a big thing. You know, that feeling of rejection, that feeling of not being wanted, desired, that can be a very big thing. Do you know what I mean? And maybe that's why the tears were flowing. You know, recanting the story of him and his mum. Maybe that's what held. You know, maybe that's what sent him to tears. But I think for me, watching Nate, I was asking myself the real question. You know, is this real tears or is this your one of your acts? I don't know. I have to be very, very careful. And I don't know why I felt that way, but I guess I'm being overly cautious with Nate and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I think it's interesting. I think we're gonna see both the insecurities come out. You know what I mean? They're gonna come out during the course. I mean, she was talking about how she also was basically being independent from a very, very young age. The way she told the story is as if like she got pushed into this white school. I was like, maybe you didn't want to go home. You said you weren't going with your parents. You chose this life, okay? But no, I think with Nate, I just think there's gonna be something deeper that's gonna come out. That's what I'm saying. I think there's more to the story that will come out hopefully over the course of the next few weeks, and we're able to flesh out some of those issues. But yeah, there's something big there. Do you know what I mean?
And Jade made a good point. I do think moving around. I first, is he Blasian? Was his mother Korean or
yeah,
something?
It's Blasian. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I'm pretty sure his mother not being there has something to do with that dad, but I'm gonna leave that alone. So, because most mothers just aren't up and not being with their kids. There's usually something deeper to that. But him moving around and stuff like that, is a bit traumatizing. That's why you don't want to keep moving your kids all over the place and having them try to make new friends. Like that can be a pretty traumatizing experience. But what I don't like is that every time we get on TV, like someone in the comments says, we'll make Black people the source of our drama. And then girl was co-signing that. Like, oh, I wasn't liked either. I don't know how these people grew up, but I can tell you if they grew up where I grew up, no one would have treated neither one of them no different. Neither one of them would have got treated. They would have all got treated the exact same. So I don't. Only in the people who really have a reason to have grievances, like when I grew up, a lot of the Africans who were at my school were treated very poorly, were called lots of names. If they wanted to grow up and have a grievance, they have something to talk about. But they're not even the people who usually have the most to say. It'd be this type of beige tears. It's like, I don't want to hear it. I really don't want to hear it. Keep Black people out your trauma. Be mad at your daddy. You getting on TV talking about Black people didn't make you feel included. I was just like, when Nate, you look like everybody else. I wouldn't even know your mama was Asian unless you told me. Just go away. It was annoying.
I heard that. I don't know if it was only Black people though. I'll be fair to them. Well, I think they also mentioned white people.
For him, it was.
For him, he said it was. Yeah.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, is it? I just gonna watch it again.
But he mentioned like he never really fit in, but he spent more time talking about the Black thing. Just like High Vibe said, it was the savage for me. He lost me once he said, Black kids, they could be savage. And I'm just kind of like, first of all, kids are cruel. Yeah, kids are cruel because it works both ways. And Stasia, when she was sharing, shed light on it too. Like she went to a white school and there were times where, the white kids, they went through their own thing. So I just think, like, don't make it about a group of people. Just deal with your issues, right? You know, if you got bullied, I got bullied, you know, it's not because they were black. It's because the kids were cruel and they came, you know, from households where the parents was doing bullying too. So they did what they saw. Or their brothers and sisters bullied them, or they felt like they wasn't getting enough attention, so that's how they acted out, or whatever. But it's less about the race and more about the person. So that just kind of, I guess it just rubbed me the wrong way, you know, that particular comment. And then I think it just, when you get into that mindset and you kind of start to people blame or group blame, then it's very hard for you to take accountability for things. So I just feel like whether it's this bankruptcy of a business, and I mean, Seaway, that's your line of work. That's what you do. You deal with that all day. For someone, and I have to assume he was a small business owner, for a small business owner to go bankrupt, like what went wrong? Usually you start a business, I'm an individual, I start a business, my business doesn't work out, the business folds, I move on. The business goes bankrupt. Like, did I have a lot of debt under the business? Like, how did it get that far? So yeah, it just is more and more questions with Nate and his financial stability.
Yeah, usually for a small business, like you said, most businesses, if they're small especially, you just close up the doors and you walk away. But most of the time when a small business files for bankruptcy, it's probably because you were doing a lot with that business. You were really overextended, and you're going to have multiple people that are going to go after you personally. And you have to be defending a lot of lawsuits personally. Wasn't this the business with the fake purses or something?
No, I don't think he had a legit business for that, because the police were telling him to shut that down. So there was he didn't have no license, no nothing for that.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what this business was, but he probably overextended himself, and then he had to file for bankruptcy because he didn't want people to come after him personally. Because otherwise he could have just, closed his doors. Or it could have just been that's what the cleanest option that he wanted to do, or someone could have maybe advised him to do that. I mean, there's lots of reasons why he could have did it, but that is different. But I think as we get older, I mean, we all can point to being bullied. I mean, I still think about how my own track teammates wouldn't hold my blocks in high school because they were jealous, and they used to always say I had more money than them and my parents had more money than them. And they were all Black women. But those were the people I was around. So I can't go through life talking about Black women hated me. I mean, those are the people that I was around. So those are the people that bullied me. I mean, it's just kind of like, I don't know. I just don't have a lot of sympathy talking about people who still can't get over who did them bogus in high school. I'm like, y'all gonna have to grow up. A lot of these kids were dealing with their own trauma and they took it out on you. And that's just the reality of it. So
I'm hearing you. You know, he's gotta do what he's gotta do, Nate. I think also as well, with Nate, and it's interesting because obviously the first episode when he was talking to his friend, I kind of sensed something was obviously happening when the barber was cutting his head top and everything. He was like, I need a woman that's gonna understand my insecurities. I said, that means he's probably got a few insecurities if he's mentioning it. Because if you just got the one, you probably wouldn't have mentioned it. But have you got a few insecurities, or it's a big insecurity that you're actually working with? And I know that he wants somebody who's going to understanding him. Sounds like Stasia can actually do it. It looks like she's doing a good job in terms of listening to him. So maybe she can do it. Whether it gets worse than that is what we have to see in the next few weeks. But I honestly feel there's more to the story that he hasn't released. With the parent situation that will probably affect him on the recourse of the season. Go for it, bro.
Yeah, no, I was saying, like, as long as he signs that post-nup, should be good. But she'll do all of the taking care of that he needs. But I think he don't want to sign that post-nup for some reason.
Which is a red flag.
The reason is
that's a red flag.
Problem.
Why would you not want to sign it? I would gladly sign anything. I don't want your money. You know what I mean? Like,
you know how
you're not feel offended.
some people get a little offended. Like he mentioned, you don't trust me. You don't trust me. It's like,
No.
one, I don't even know you. She don't know you, bro. It's like, have you watched an episode of Mafs before? You could change tomorrow. Yeah.
Some people are nice now. They get really vindictive later. You know what I mean? And so to keep everybody honest, as they would say, you know, if somebody comes into a lot of money, or if one person's parents die and they leave them some property, even though usually inherited property will be your own in a divorce. But if stuff just starts moving a little different, or let's say you're a mother and you decide to take 5 years off and you're a little anxious, you may want to get that post up. You don't want to leave it to somebody who may be vindictive later. Get that stuff in writing.
Facts. Somebody in the comments said he don't like her. No, Orient. They like each other. They definitely they like each other real bad. Real bad. Real bad.
That's why she's probably covering for him now. Talk about he got a job. She done found that man a job. She liked him so much she done found a job. Watch.
That shower scene, boy, I was like, woo.
I even missed that shower scene.
I was paying attention then. She had those toes out. The water was hitting them toes.
She had them white toes.
She had them white toes. She had the little tattoo on her foot. She cocked that leg up. Woo! I was like, all right now.
Toes be crawling up, bro.
She ain't gonna be worried about that
crawling up.
No, she's gonna need that. She's gonna need that post nump though. She ain't no fool. She's like, listen.
She needs that prenup.
Woo.
Yeah, don't look, ladies. If a man talk about he don't want to sign that post up, that's a bad sign in general. Or prenup, it's a bad sign. Why he wants your money? They get on this YouTube all the time talking about they don't want our money, right? That's what the high value men get on this channel. On these channels, say every day, I don't want y'all money. We don't want y'all money.
That's true, but he ain't no high value.
He ain't.
He's in high value.
He
ain't including that list, C-Way. He ain't in that list, C-Way. He ain't got enough money.
You right. You ain't wrong. So maybe he ain't saying that.
He ain't got enough money to do it. He ain't got enough money to do it, bro. Like, okay, I mean, listen, we're not trying to be too rude. We're just saying, that, at the situation.
They said 2 more shower scenes. She gonna let that prenup go. Nah, from what I heard from Stasia, she not gonna let it go. She's not gonna let it go. I think she got a little bit of that Mirla in her, It'll soften her, but in the end, she's like, listen, we're gonna protect the bank.
Yeah.
Which is what is mine. In Cali, things get jumbled real quick. You gotta be careful.
I get her. She got to do what she got to do, and I ain't mad at it. But that's all the couples, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
All the couples. Yeah, I have a feeling it's gonna get into the next few weeks, isn't it? So, yeah, it's gonna get into the next few weeks. But Sean, do us a favor. Do us a massive.
So glad to be in his service today. Woo! Glad to be back with the LBB family. Listen, Justin, just forgive us for we know not what we say or do, brother. Just if you're watching, we love you, we support you, we want the best for you, brother. It's just harmless banter, so please forgive us. But those two, Alexis and Justin, here she comes. She's a man-eater. That's the soundtrack I hear when Alexis walks through the door. I'm sorry, bro. Brace yourself. Put on a back brace because you're going to need all the strength to deal with Alexis. I just feel like, brothers, don't put all your eggs out there too soon, and it's not to be deceptive, but if you're feeling somebody, you have to take your time. Take your time. So that would be my advice with this couple. Take your time. Don't rush. Then we have Binh and Morgan. Listen, I'm a reference my good brother David from Ready to Love. Bring down the strength in the room. Morgan, please. Bring down the strength in the room, please. It's good to be self-assured in relationships. It's good to be self-confident. It's good to have self-esteem, but don't go too far over the edge. Be open, be receptive, be malleable in your relationships, willing to see what the other person's going to bring to the table. That's key. And for Binh, your mama is not the barometer for how you measure your woman. That's you. You shouldn't be going to your mom. For the men out there, don't go to your mom for how your wife should be, right? We listen to advice, we take advice, but we're the ones that make the choices and the changes in our relationships, not family members, not friends. Then we have who we just talked about, Stasia and Nate. Brothers, come to a relationship whole, come to your relationship stable. You don't have to be rich or a high value man, but be stable. Have something that you can financially stand on firmly, please. And leave the antics, the emotions on the back burner. And any childhood trauma, get it healed. Therapy is great. It's so easily accessible nowadays. If you have unresolved childhood trauma, mommy issues, daddy issues, please, therapy. They're not to be worked out in relationships. Stasia, no more shower scenes. We just can't focus, But please don't be blinded by the lust. Keep your eyes wide open, and be smart in your decisions as you move forward. I think I'm missing. Oh, Miguel and Lindy, bro. Be honest. You can lie to other people, but just don't lie to yourself. So know your story. Be honest. Whatever it is, we all have things to work on. We all have things that we need to grow from in relationships. So please don't be so convinced that there's nothing to work on. Lindy, what's that? The wukukuzuzu, whatever the term culture that you use. The wazuzu. Please slow it down. You about to lose control. Please. Those voices, you gotta control the voice. The narrative in your own head is the most important voice that you need to control. So control that voice first. Back to you, coach.
No ways, Cap. Yeah, control the Wazuzu, guys. Control the mind, the wisdom of the mind. Control it. You get me? Don't let it go too much. You know what I'm saying? But listen, all these moments, it's been good. It's been fire, man. We've been appreciated. I know we're back. It was a bit of a shorter one today. We're getting back into the swing of things. We will be back. Ready to Love is now back as well. So we'll be back. I can't do it Saturday, so it has to be Sunday, but we're back on Saturdays normally. But just this week it's gonna be on Sundays. Just this week gonna be on Sunday. So we'll do a Sunday panel on the evening on Ready to Love. So we're back on that as well, guys. So you guys tune in for that. It's gonna be good vibes, good entertainment as well. Trust me, the new season's 8 is wavy. You lot are gonna enjoy Ready to Love. I'm telling you this now for sure. You're gonna enjoy the season. As I've been involved, with OWN and stuff, and I was seeing the show, and let me tell you something. The Wazuzu is going to be taking place, guys. Wazuzu is going to be taking place. There's already some bullshitters in there. Excuse my language, okay? But there's bullshitters up in there, all right? A lot of them. One of them is in there. A hashtag, we said, this person going through the process. You'll see what we mean when you get on the show. But listen, tune in on Sunday. I think we'll do it from like 7 p.m. EST again. So it might be 7 p.m. EST because I think I'm going to be on IG Live with Crystal just on a short one talking about Ready to Love. But yeah, 7 p.m. It'll be EST on Sunday, and I'll do a poster so you guys can see it. But yeah, and then it'll be back on Saturday from next week as well for you guys. So, but yeah, it's going to be interesting. Telling you, listen, you got to tune in for the new season Ready to Love. I'm telling you, tune in. It's mad. All right, listen, much love. Appreciate you guys. It's been fun. It's been interesting. And we'll see you again next week. I can tell Married at First Sight's literally heating up. And obviously you guys came out strong as well. We appreciate you guys. Stay locked, stay loaded. We'll see you again very, very soon. Bye-bye.
Level black, you know what